What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Melanated Mindfulness. Today is Mindful Monday, so y'all already know we're going to be discussing a mindful practice. And as always, sending you guys a lot of positive energy to start your week off. Hope that everybody is healing. So today's mindful practice that we will be talking about is aromatherapy. Aromatherapy, I personally have utilized it over the last few years, and I've seen such a difference in my overall mental health and my spiritual well-being. So we're going to get into it. And yeah, aromatherapy is an amazing tool to use for your mental health. It can be used as a coping mechanism, and it's also something that can be used as a spiritual weapon. Like, it can enhance your life spiritually. So as humans, we all are born with 5 immediate senses: touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing. I like to think of those senses as gateways. So our senses connect us to higher realms spiritually. Of course, they help us navigate this world on a physical level, but each of our senses have different, higher metaphysical purposes. Scents are one of the most primal ways that we can recognize stimuli. That's why a baby can recognize their mother from a stranger because of their scent. And that's before a baby can even see. Because as you guys know, babies come out pretty much blind, but their sense of smell is really good. Or like, for instance, before you even wake up, say you sleep, you have mornings where you smelled that bacon in your dreams. Like, you woke up to the smell of bacon because your mama in there cooking. That's a very heightened ability to be able to smell even when you're not consciously aware. So you have to take these senses seriously, and they could be used to help you. So in my video, my little preview video, you guys saw me utilizing pretty much every form of aromatherapy that I have. There's so many more, but I just wanted to share a few with you guys. So an example, I have sage, Palo Santo, wax melts, candles, incense, oil burners, air diffusers, so the little vaporizers with steam. And these are all different ways that you can bring about the same scent. So a fragrance can be found as an incense, it can be found as a candle, it can be found as an oil. And they basically extract the essence of these herbs or flowers or whatever the scent comes from. They extract that and put it in different forms to activate certain things within our brains. So on a mental level, when we're talking about mindfulness, the reason that aromatherapy is a great mindful practice is because it allows for you to have control over your environment. A lot of times, some mental health issues stem from lack of control, hence anxiety. Anxiety is all about fear and control. People who experience anxiety feel like they don't have control over different situations, outcomes, or potentially their environment. So aromatherapy gives you a little bit more of a sense of control over your life, because at the very least, you are in control of how your environment smells. And it might seem like it's a small factor at first, but it can really go a long way when you're experiencing chaos in other areas of your life or even in your environment. So on a mental level, smells and aromas can actually connect us to distant memories. Like, have you ever had a whiff of something that just instantly reminded you of a certain area of your life? It just made you think about something that took place around the time where you were smelling this smell. Like, me personally, there was a time when I smelled a perfume on someone that took me back to kindergarten. And that's how amazing the brain works. The brain is like a huge storage bin. It stores all the information of your life, and it can be retrieved. All of your memories are not lost, but one of the best triggers to recall a memory is smell. Scents can also create a sense of comfort and a sense of relief for us. And like I mentioned also, on a mental level, aromatherapy can definitely bring a sense of control to your environment. It makes you feel empowered because you're in control of the way that it smells, and these smells can literally activate things in your body. And that's where we're going to step over onto the spiritual side. So eventually, I want to do specific videos on each form of aromatherapy and how different scents activate different things, because it's so expansive. But I also am going to be doing videos on chakras so that you guys can better understand them. But on the surface level, we all have energy points in our bodies that are known as chakras. You have 7 chakras within the body. Each one is associated with different emotions and different traits and vibrations. And so each chakra has different scents that activate it and different scents that stimulate that vibration. So for instance, one of the most common fragrances that are used is frankincense. Frankincense comes in multiple different forms. You can have a frankincense incense, you can have it in oil form, or you can have it in the traditional rock form, which is this. It looks like this. And the way that you would burn it is that you would take some coal and light that on fire, let that burn, and just place the frankincense over the coal, and the smoke that comes from it is going to smell extremely good. It's known to be an air purifier, so it can definitely purify the air in your home. Similar to sage, it releases negative energies, but it also welcomes positive energies. It also enlightens you. Frankincense takes you to a higher state of consciousness. Sometimes you'll literally just go into a meditative state from smelling. Frankincense is associated with your crown chakra, and your crown chakra is all about wisdom, enlightenment. Your crown chakra is your highest chakra, so think of it as the highest point of spiritual alignment. Once you activate your crown chakra, you're very aligned and divine and unstoppable. You've beat all the other levels that it takes to reach to that point. So frankincense being associated with your crown chakra, it makes sense why it brings about enlightenment, and it brings about higher consciousness, and it can take you to a meditative state. That's just one way that this scent can enhance your life. Now, there are other scents that are associated with other chakras, but we're going to get into that later. Outside of activating certain chakras, it also allows for stuck and stagnant energies to be removed from your house. A lot of people know that sage is used to remove negative energy, but there are so many other scents and fragrances that can do that as well. Fragrances work with the element of air. So remember, if you are cleansing your space with a fragrance and there's a lot of stuck energy, you have to remember that that stuck energy has to be removed. If the smoke is removing it and it's not going anywhere, it's just stuck in your house. That's why it's very important to open up windows to allow for those stuck, stagnant, dark energies to be removed and cleansed out with the pure smoke of whatever you're using. So, of course, we have sage, but there are different forms of sage. So white sage, it could be used to clean places. It could be used to cleanse people. You could directly cleanse your energy with sage. Or you can actually use sage to clean your crystals, to rid them of negative energy. You can use sage to cleanse your objects, personal things. Another great form of aromatherapy that I like to use is Palo Santo. It has a very earthy smell. It's basically like a wood that's very sacred. This is what it looks like in its natural form. You can't really smell it that much, but once you burn it, you will see it has a very distinct smell. And Palo Santo is another energy cleanser. It also brings peace to your space. It brings harmony, and it brings health and good luck. So this is just one form that you can use. So right now, I just burned a stick of Palo Santo wood, and I'm addicted to the way this smells. It's very earthy and woody. It just smells really good. You have to be aware, though, that some places do sell fake versions of this because spirituality is becoming like the hot topic or whatever. So places like 5 and Below, Target, Walmart, that's not where you want to buy your Palo Santo from, because it's more than likely imitation. It's not real, so you're not getting the real effect. Peppermint oil definitely helps you to focus and activate your prefrontal cortex in your brain. So that's associated with higher thinking, higher consciousness, and things like that. Another fragrance that you can utilize is cedar wood. So cedar wood is known to bring confidence and strength, and that's associated with your solar plexus chakra. We are connected directly to nature. For everything and ailment in your body, there's a corresponding thing in nature that can either activate it or heal it, and that's like so amazing to me. Another thing that you can use is sweetgrass. Sweetgrass it's like, it comes in like little thin rods. Little thin stems. It kind of looks like sage, but it's thinner and it has the leaves on there. It can be used to bring good vibrations into your space, and it can also be used for purification purposes. Another type of sage they have is blue sage. Blue sage can be used to welcome abundance in your life. It can be used to bring money and abundance as well. I'd be aware of is the fact that frankincense has been used for thousands and thousands, like since the beginning of time. And it's also actually brought up in the Bible multiple times. They mention frankincense and incense and even crystals in the Bible. So it's not like it's something that's disconnected from, people who are more religious. It's still a tool that you can use to enhance your life spiritually. Just an example, in the book of Matthew, in chapter 2, verse 11, they talk about how when the wise men, or 3 wise men, whatever, when they got information about Jesus being born, and they brought him gifts. Among the gifts that they brought were actually some frankincense and myrrh. So yeah, you can find evidence of this all throughout history, even in the Bible, for those of you who feel like, oh, you know, those little religious sticklers. I actually have a little bit of myrrh. Personally, the smell is something I have to get a little bit used to, but it looks like this. It comes in rock form, and you can find these things at pretty much any like botanical place, or like the African shops. You know, those little places that sell like shea butter and essential oils, incense, knickknacks, all those kind of things. I have a few places that I go to in Chicago. I can actually share them with you guys, but this is what myrrh looks like. And just like with sage, or just like with frankincense, you could put this directly on some burning coal, and that scent will begin to cleanse your space. So yeah, I hope that you guys utilize aromatherapy. It's a very simple and easy way to add some mindfulness to your day. You can use candles, you can use air diffusers, you can use incense, whatever floats your boat. You can use all of them. I literally use every form that I could find. These are different tools that you can use to help yourself mentally and spiritually, and I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. Stay highly vibrational, stay mindful, stay aware. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful week.